I'm going to just start by telling you all a little bit about what the social action projects are from our Friends Forever side. I won't be doing that for too long. I know what we're really here for is to hear from the folks that completed them, but just to give us a little bit of background. So Friends Forever International's mission is to help youth become the best versions of themselves so that they can help their community become the best version of itself. And going through these projects are really where we get to take that mission and make it actionable. And these two and the rest of the folks that have made it to this point are really a testament to that, in making that small scale community change with the resources that they have at their disposal right now. So the FFI immersion program, these programs are usually between 10 and 16 days in person, but before their in-person component, they go through a team building phase where they develop their team identity, they bond as a team, and they come up with the goals and the foundation for success during the in-person component of their program. And then after that in-person part, they go through what you're just seeing the final component of right now, which is their community building phase, where they develop, plan, and implement a community-based project addressing a need that they recognize in the community that they're in. And just to give you a little overview, this has been, this time, it's our first time doing it quite in this way. As anyone who's been with Friends Forever for a while knows, we're constantly changing the mold of what we do and doing things that are making improvements that are more efficient and work for the groups we're working with. So the community building phase is about 12 weeks with some breaks in between for some in-person meetings and some areas of feedback. But for the most part, these folks have been walking themselves through that curriculum and communicating with us along the way. And when it comes to, like I had mentioned, of understanding a community need that they're going to address, we've started by comparing and contrasting the way we see that community issue with other folks, understanding who in our community is already addressing that issue, why that issue matters, and more specifically, why it matters to us. What is our why? And how does the perspective that we have impact the way that we view this issue? And then taking all of that information, everyone looks at, okay, what impact can I make with all of that information in mind? They first developed a brainstorm where they turned their project idea and develops a list of stakeholders and folks in their community that could help, some of the outcomes for their project and what success really looks like. They developed all of the objectives. We use the OCRA's method here of objectives, key results, and action steps. And they developed a budget and put those in order of what's going to be most essential for their project to be able to happen. And then from all of those objectives, key results, action steps, we've turned those action steps into a timeline and an actionable plan that they can follow through. And as you can see, that in itself and getting that to its most finalized state and submitting a project proposal is a lot of work. And along the way, they've had different advisory reviews where they've met with staff, alumni, and got some feedback on their projects and learned about ways that they can further develop them. So there's been that sort of communicative Friends Forever piece throughout, but they've really done an enormous amount of work to reach the point that you're seeing today.
My social action project is called Empowering the Unseen because I want to empower homeless women through the donation of hygiene products. I strongly believe that these products will make the women feel better about themselves, empower them to get jobs and do better in their community. About me, I already kind of touched on this, but I live in Dover, New Hampshire, which is in the US, and my hobbies are reading, baking, and walks. Intro. There is a lack of accessible hygiene products for homeless women. To improve this issue, I'm going to donate 10 bags of products to local organizations that help homeless women. So here's some stats of the US homeless population. As of a few years ago, there were 582,000 homeless people, and 38.4% of those people were women. From 2022 to 2023, the number of homeless people increased by 52%. And lastly, 25% of homeless women got into their current situation due to domestic violence. The cost. So I averaged out the cost of the average box of tampons/pads, and it costs anywhere from $6 to $15 per box. And we noticed that the average homeless person makes about this per hour. They make $8 to $15 per hour. The total cost of period products is about $18,000 in a woman's lifetime. And I don't think homeless people even make that in a year. My numbered goals. So my first goal is to raise $460. And I will say, I did lower that a bit by decreasing the cost of bags. I was planning to use reusable bags to put the products in, but now we're just decreasing that cost. My second goal is to get 3 volunteers and to donate period products to 10 women. The ultimate goal is for homeless women to be empowered, and that these now uplifted women will give back to their Dover NH community and become even more involved. My plan. So obviously the main plan is to empower women through donations of hygiene products, and these products will contain, or these bags will contain pads, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, etc., anything someone may need. And these products will be gathered through physical and monetary donations. Anything is welcome, just as long as like the box is closed. And these bags will be delivered to women in need or homeless women through organizations. So one of the organizations I was planning on donating the 10 bags to was Hope on Haven Hill. They help women and babies who are in difficult situations. My stakeholders and my timeline. So I'm the leader of and manager of the project. I'm hoping to get some local businesses involved to donate some supplies. Some of my neighbors are also here, and I'm hoping that if they have any extra supplies lying around or something, that they could possibly donate those. And I'm also hoping to get involved in women's shelters, Hope on Haven Hill, as I mentioned. And some key dates for this project are January 2024, email stakeholders, which I've already done a little bit of, but I kind of need to get on that more. And then March 2024, I'm hoping to purchase the hygiene products and have all $430 to buy those products. April 2024, put together bags and reach out to organizations like Hope on Haven Hill. And then June, I'm going to donate the bags, and I'm hoping to put out a survey to the organizations that I donate to, just to see if the women felt like the bags were helpful, if there could have been anything else in there. And that's it for this slide. Resources. So the period products are going to cost about $105. Hygiene products cost $205. The bags, this is the new total, will cost about $20, and gift cards for places like Dunkin' Donuts, Walmart, just places women can get themselves a little treat to really like uplift their spirits, will cost $100. So that it totals up to $430. And thank you all for listening to this presentation. And if you'd like to donate, you can zoom in on the little QR code. And if you have any questions, you can email enewt18@icloud.com. I also wanted to add some additional information. Also, these are some of the sources I used on to put together this presentation. Thank